And 5, 4,
Oh my
3,
god, you don't have to do
2,
it again.
1. Bubba time. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Freecz podcast. Um, I'm your host, Anthony, along with your co-host, Luke and Terrence. Go ahead, guys. Say what's up.
Hello.
I was about to kill myself.
Luke.
Oh, hello.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm paying
You gotta
attention.
remember that he's only a host to
The
the
amount of
mold.
enthusiasm
I'm
has
paying
gone
attention.
down.
You gotta remember that he's only the host to the mold. It's only a matter of time before it takes over.
It's taking over right now.
Kid.
It is
Oh man.
losing the ability to breathe.
Continue on.
Anyways, that was irrelevant. No one
Why?
cares.
Okay. I'm just gonna, okay.
Wow.
I'm trying to figure out,
Wow.
I was trying to figure out promotions.
Mhm. Good promotions. We have
Why
5 listeners.
why are our posts coming up in our feed?
What do you mean?
Like, when I scroll through our feed on our Instagram, our posts come up that we posted.
'Cause we
Yeah,
follow
your
more
own
people.
post. No, your own posts always come up in your own feed.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't posted for a long time, so I don't really know.
Yeah.
I guess.
Also, you only have 4 followers. You're only following 4 people.
That's true, and I'm pretty sure. Yep, it's us three, and
Beyond Chicago, no.
yeah.
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 Anyways,
Before we
yeah,
got
that
really
was
The
that was
host
inappropriate.
and
irrelevant.
our partnership. Okay. Anyways, this today is
Why don't you breathe more into your mic? All right, that's enough.
today is our 6th episode, and as you can see,
No, it's the
we're
first
off
one.
to a-
It's the first one.
Oh, we're
We're starting a new season. This is season 2.
This season.
Yes, this is season 2.
Alright.
We don't.
I
I
don't
thought
know.
Because
wait, I
we're
thought
trying
the
to.
last one
No,
we
the
went
last
to.
one. The last one was the season 1 finale.
That makes
This is season.
no
This
sense.
is the beginning of season.
Anyway.
And last one doesn't have. Last one doesn't have a.
I love how we haven't talked about this beforehand.
Last one doesn't have a topic.
And we're discussing this now during a recording.
We are.
It doesn't matter. Alright, well, damn. Well, you really fucked me over.
Yeah.
People have to know how this operates.
Yeah, how dysfunctional.
How are they
know.
supposed to know what it's like? They don't know the struggle.
Oh my god.
I don't want to
Anyways,
hear. I don't want to hear any complaining
eh.
when they're like, "Hey, where's the pumpkins? Where's the pumpkin? Yeah, you want to do this?"
The point is, they're not supposed to know the struggle. They just supposed to enjoy it.
Anyways, regardless of what season it is, I'd like to welcome you guys to apparently the 2nd season of the Freaks podcast. And if you
Yay,
guys
season
are-
2.
What an opening.
If you guys are
Yay.
shut up, David. If you guys have managed to make it through the entire 1st season and are still listening to this episode, we got a lot of love for you.
If you're
And-
new, welcome. If not,
Yes.
move on.
Regardless, if you are old, be sure to try and spread this around if you guys enjoy it, so we can.
Did you
keep,
say we're
busting
old?
them out. What? No, I said whether you're new or old.
Oh,
as
I
in-
thought you said. I thought you
as a
said
listener,
we're
I-
old.
I mean,
Can we
shit, I
get to
feel
the
old.
intro?
This is
Anyways.
the
Oh my
intro.
God.
I said spread it around.
Spread around
so-
like butter on toast.
Wow. Okay.
This is
I'm
don't
done
react
with
That was a
my-
segue. That was supposed to be a segue, but since you guys are idiots, you didn't pick up on that.
No, Anthony needs to go through his intro.
That was.
I do the segues.
Chill.
I thought I had
I
a
am
pretty
the
good.
exo.
I thought
I
did a
am
pretty,
the exoskeleton
thought I
here.
did pretty good. Thought I did a pretty good segue.
No.
This is chaos.
No.
God.
All right. Anyways, see, I had one and you just threw it out the window because you wanted.
Maybe
you know what,
maybe you
whatever.
should have used the one that I had because it was already in motion, and
Well,
then you guys were like,
fine.
"Ugh."
It was just out of the blue. Terrence, who usually does the segues.
It doesn't matter.
Terrence,
Anyways,
if you don't-
I,
Okay.
Move on.
Anyways, today we have a topic that is very close to Luke and I's heart,
Oh my god.
and that is food. Um,
Holy shit! What was that?
I was thirsty.
I thought that was like your mic or something. I thought because
I
it
thought
sounded
your
like
mic was drowning.
yeah. I was like, oh my god.
Did you just take a dip to the bath?
Yes.
Wow.
Anyways, um,
Sound like when you're taking
water
like
is.
a. Sound like when you're taking playing like a tape really fast. It's like that's what it sounded
Oh my
like.
god.
And I thought something was
Anyways.
broken. I was like, no, wait, we don't have the production time.
Anyways, water is one of my favorite drinks. Especially while I'm eating food. Um, but what is some of your guys' favorite foods that you guys like to eat? I'll kill
Wow.
myself.
Well, guess what mine is?
Rice.
It's sushi.
Oh,
Sushi's so great.
I mean, technically, there's. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, what kind of sushi do you like? Like, do you like? I know they got like different types. Like
There are a lot of different types. Yeah. My favorite is eel. It sounds
eel.
That
yes.
sounds disgusting.
No, it sounds great. It's actually like
No, it doesn't sound great.
It sounds intriguing. I
eel
bet you it's
sushi is the
rather
best.
electrifying.
coming from a white person, it does not sound intriguing.
Yeah, well, get cultured.
No, thank you. I'd rather
I mean,
stick
I'm
to my
very
American
picky,
culture.
Get cultured
and
for
I probably wouldn't try it unless I was with like a specific group of people. Um, but
anyways.
it sounds like it'd be something that you look at for a few minutes and you're like, I might as well just try it, and then you go from there. Um, anyways, do you have like a favorite spot to pick up this eel sushi?
I don't. Unfortunately, like
Would you?
you
Oh,
The
most of
gas
the sushi
station.
spots, the gas.
Blech.
Most of this, like, I haven't eaten sushi for like the past year, but usually if you do, like, you probably go into the city of Chicago or
hmm
eat it in California because that's where the best ones are, or the
Okay,
gas
okay.
station.
Ew.
What about
Good to
like
know.
Japan? Do you think it's good in Japan, or would you say that it's
Yeah.
like the same? Do you think?
No, Japan's probably like top, like god tier, where because I heard the like
Uh,
sashimi there, like literally melts in your
God
mouth.
bless you.
Ooh,
Oh,
ooh, sneezed.
I don't know. Anyways,
All right, no one sneezed, but okay.
anyways,
No, he
that
said something. It was a joke. Alright, fuck you.
Obviously, it wasn't a good joke because
I'm not catching on.
no one caught on. Anyways, go ahead,
I'll kill
Terrence.
myself.
Keep talking about Japan.
I don't want to.
Don't look at your phone, Terrence.
I don't want to.
uh, oh god. But you would have to think Japan has some pretty fresh, sushi and such because it's surrounded by such like bodies of water on all sides,
You have no clue what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, I think they have like a good source of like
Seafood.
fishermen and yeah, like you know.
It's very direct.
So
Cause
I would imagine it to be fresh and pretty tasty. um, but yeah, has there been like any fond memories associated with like uh sushi for you, Terrence? Like
my
you think back like you eat it and it like brings you back to like a moment from like your childhood or whatever, kind of like Ratatouille, when the food critic ate it and then he he went back to his old house and he was just in awe.
Honestly, no. Like, I don't have like an intimate moment with sushi. I just like it's just
All
really
right, we
good.
didn't ask for an intimate moment. We asked for a good memory.
No, I, I don't have one. I'm sorry. I
And
I
that's
haven't.
fine. You don't have to say intimate though. We don't need to know what you do with your sushi.
Anyways, Luke, what about you? What is like your favorite food?
Anything American made.
Wow.
So what does that include?
So like burgers, hot dogs,
Yeah.
So what do you?
um
So does the our lunch from
Mm.
Six Flags? Do you think
oh
that
my god.
that it's included?
Yeah. That was 100% American made.
Yeah. Why don't you explain what it was?
Well, I had chicken tenders and French fries and onion rings. And you guys had double burgers or like burgers with like two
Double
patties and stuff.
cheeseburgers.
And then
Fucking
they were greasy.
uncultured fucking food swine.
Uh, and that just screams out. No, I think the thing that screams out American the most is the all. I don't know. I don't remember what it was called. It's like the All American or something. Hold on. All
What?
American burger. What's that restaurant with the really hot pictures? Hardee's.
Yeah. I don't know what the
Yo.
fuck you're talking about.
Here's what here. The most American thick burger. It combines a hot dog, cheeseburger, potato chips, condiments, lettuce, and tomato, all on one bun.
That sounds good.
But I think they discontinued
I
it.
would eat that.
I never
And
heard
I
of
think
this.
that might kill me.
They had it for
But
they had it. It was like I think it was like just like a limited time thing. I think they stopped making them, and I can see
Gotcha.
why. But I had one.
Oh my god.
It was. I saluted the flag as I was eating it.
All right. Do you have like a favorite restaurant that you like to go get these American foods?
No,
Just wherever you can find it, it
I'll eat
tickles your
it.
Inhale
fancy.
it.
As long as I have money and it looks good, I'm eating it.
Wow.
Um,
How about you, Anthony?
even Uber Eats at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Don't you tell them that story.
No, that's okay. I think I
Wow.
passed. I
Big
got
boy
I
over
got
here.
Uber Eats at 3 a.m. because I was hungry. That's all that is to be said.
Luke, you make
Oh,
this
I was thinking about the
podcast want
time
to
with us.
invert on
We were
itself.
I'll give him a little story. Luke and I were playing unnamed game, and I forgot what time it was, but it was late. It was past midnight,
It was 2.
and
It was 2 a.m.
he remembers
I
every
do.
meal that has a special spot in his heart.
Well, I do because I
uh,
remember I had to tell the guy I was like, can't ring the doorbell. I'll meet you. I'll meet you out at the end of the driveway because you can't ring the doorbell because you'll wake up everyone in the house.
it was like a drug deal with
So
food,
I went out.
and
He got there and I just went out there and got my food and he just drove away. Came back in, smacked down a
making it sound
couple.
like you're
Smack.
making it sound like too normal of an experience.
I mean, there's nothing out of the ordinary about it. It's
Oh
just
yes, there was. We're playing, and he's, ooh, I'm hungry.
yeah. I
Stops
was. I
playing,
mean,
picks up his phone. He's, what should I get? He's yelling at me. I was like, I don't know what you should get. And he's, do I get a burger or
no.
do I get this?
No, I knew what I wanted because it was 2 a.m. and I had to think what's gonna be open at 2 a.m. And I thought McDonald's. You're thinking of a different time. When I got
Oh, I'm
when I
sorry, you're
was
just fucking
well
big.
because that other time I was thinking between either Five Guys and I think Subway. Because I wanted either a sandwich or a burger from Five Guys, and I just went with the burger. But that time I was like, I gotta think what's gonna be open at 2 a.m. McDonald's, so I just got the 2 cheeseburger meal. Smacked it down in about 10 minutes.
Seconds.
I love how normal you're making this sound.
I mean, there's nothing. I I mean,
Because everyone gets
it's.
hungry at 2 a.m. for a burger.
I mean, if you're American, you do.
Anyways, Anthony, is there any favorite foods you'd like to chime in with?
Um, me personally, I'm also pretty big on like burgers and such. Mostly anywhere I go, I try to see if they got a burger. I mean, I'm pretty picky when it comes to like things. Like I don't like a lot of condiments like mayo or some of the other
Wow,
horrible.
mayo's great. What do you
Um,
mean?
yeah, it's because
You're
you
uncultured.
you like white stuff in your mouth. I don't like
Wow.
that. I also don't like, or I don't eat pork, and that's like, you know, a big source of food when you go to like restaurants and such is pork.
Right.
So, well, between my pickiness and what I do and don't eat,
Damn it!
I'm pretty limited. So after knowing me for a while, I become basic when it comes to food.
I spilled Sprite
Uh,
all over my chair.
well, I don't care.
Wow,
There's
unrelated.
times
Move on.
where there's times where I'll try to throw a curveball. Um, but yeah, for the most part, I stay pretty consistent. Burgers and such, but
I think
I
the
think.
oh, if you want to finish your
Well,
thought,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say the like being picky. I think that's like an interesting topic. Do you consider yourself a picky person, and like, what would you think it's not like?
Picky
Okay,
person, like with food or like
yeah,
in
with
general.
food.
Um, yeah, with food, I would say I'm pretty picky.
Like, what do you think you're picky about?
Uh,
Like just like certain foods you just won't eat, or just like the way it's cooked or something.
I think it's getting over that initial hump of wanting to try it. Like when I was younger, I used to eat like a lot of things. Like I would experiment, but after a while, I was just like, hmm, yeah, I don't care to like expand anymore. And I've
Oh,
been thinking about like going back and like trying new foods because food's a very interesting world of its own. So I think to experience that as much as you can would be pretty badass.
because usually for me, like I'm not a very picky person,
Yeah.
so like I'll eat most anything that like to try.
Mhm.
And me and my mom just like honestly, we just try new things, and that's how we
Yeah.
just like pick our meals. I remember like one time I just like make dumb combinations and see if it's good. I
Oh
like
my god, I remember that.
I poured
Yeah.
milk and orange juice into a tall glass. That was the
Jeez.
grossest thing on earth, but
Wow.
like if I forgot that it was gross, I'd probably do it again.
Oh my god. Yeah, and I think that was another thing that played into pickiness is that like certain combinations of food like wasn't good, and so like I'd be stubborn and narrow it down to like whatever was involved in that food. Like I just try to cut out. I was like, yeah, no, that's gross. It can't be good in anything if it wasn't good with that.
Right.
And so like I'm just like, yep, tried it, but I haven't tried it with different things. So
Mm-hmm.
to experiment again would be something cool. Like
Definitely.
I've been trying to ease into like trying different things. Like that one time we went to
What are we talking about?
lunch with
Oh,
your mother, my mother, and then it was us.
Psst.
we're talking about pickiness.
Okay.
Catch up.
All right. Just give me a quick rundown. I wasn't here. Okay. Continue.
But when we got food with it was me, you, and our moms. Like I didn't know anything on the fucking menu, so I was just like, whatever. I'm not just not gonna eat. And having you guys order and eating what was there was actually pretty good. And that experimentation was pretty good, and I was happy for that. Although I ended up getting sick that day,
Oof.
but that's okay.
It's really not,
Um,
but okay.
yeah, whatever.
Is Anthony
But
quiet for you, Luke?
What?
Is Anthony quiet for you?
No.
Okay. I'm
yeah,
just wondering.
idiot.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Um, But I think that getting sick is probably like one of the worst food experiences I've ever had. What has been some like the worst food or food experiences you guys have ever like encountered or whatnot?
Terrence, I'll let you go first because mine's pretty bad.
Oh,
Uh,
um,
Like
legit.
a TTT
What?
I don't know what that
or
is, but no, probably not.
TUT.
Just go, Terrence.
Oh, well, I don't really have bad memories with food. Like, I usually either like if there's a food that I don't like, and that's pretty
Mhm.
rare, I just don't eat
Don't
it.
eat it. Yeah.
It does.
Is there anything that like you remember trying that you like really didn't like and you're like, wow, I'm never eating this again. I'm gonna avoid it at all costs.
Nothing like terror bad, but there's certain stuff I won't eat. Like I won't eat honeydew or cantaloupes.
Why?
Hmm.
I I just don't like the taste.
Hmm.
Like
Interesting.
I if you force feed it to me, I'll eat it, but because like
Wow.
Open
like
Get the
wide.
feeding tube.
Open wide. You don't have a
Wow.
choice.
wow, like it's not like I'm gonna throw up and have stomach pains if I eat it, but
Yeah,
like
I
I just
understand.
prefer not to eat it,
Yeah, I get it.
right? And then there's like the dumb combinations that I don't want. Like I like milk and orange juice. Me and my mom has tried. What is the what is the salty fish that toppings?
Uh,
Uh,
like tuna or sardines.
Sardines. We tried
Sardines.
oh,
sardines on deep dish, and that was
Oh,
really
why would
gross.
you do that to
okay.
yourself?
Okay.
We were trying out combinations because we usually get like the same deep dish pizza from from the same place.
Yeah.
Okay.
So mix it up, and we realized let's not mix it up at that place ever again. So
All
yeah,
right. What about you, Luke? Is there
I've
anything
had
that like
I've had a lot of
you
bad
and
I've had a lot of bad experiences with food. But it's all my fault just because I'm an idiot. Uh, so the first one, when I think it was I don't remember. I think it was near Sarasota. I want to no Siesta Key. We were on Siesta Key in Florida. Me
Mhm.
and my family, and they were in like this shop, and I
Yeah.
was near or no, we were at the beach. We were at the beach, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get something to eat real quick over at the because like the beach was there, and then like across the street it was kind of like when we went to Florida, and then like across the street was like the strip malls and stuff. So there was like just like a bunch of different buildings and stuff on the side of the road that you could just walk it up and down. What is it, like a boardwalk or something? I think is what it's called.
Mhm.
So there's a boardwalk across the street from the beach that we were by, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get some food over at wherever it was because it looked pretty good. And I went by myself. I don't know. I was probably 15 or something. Uh, and there was this guy that had this like this cart that like a cart that sells ice cream on like beaches and like stuff. So it's like a cart with wheels on it, and it's got an umbrella and stuff. So when he stops, he can open up the umbrella and stay in the shade and stuff.
Mhm.
Uh, and he had this cart. He was like, this is literally what happened. I was walking past him, and he was like, "Hey kid," and I was like, "Hello," and he was like, "You want to try some exotic food?" I was like,
my God.
I was like, "All right," and he was like, it'll only cost you $5, and it's all you can eat. And I was like, okay. I didn't think anything of it because it was just out in the open. So if anything were to happen, there are plenty of bystanders.
Mhm.
Luckily, nothing
Oh,
happened.
wow.
But this guy opens up his cart and it's all like steamed and stuff. So he opens it up and all the steam comes out, and he
Mhm.
takes out this. It was a what was it? It was almost like it was like a plate, and then there was like tinfoil on the top of it. and it was like completely homemade. Like the whole like his whole setup was like homemade. And I should have known that it was a bit suspicious. But he opens up the thing, and there's like crickets on it.
Oh.
And he was like, "Here, take a cricket." And I was like, "Okay." So I grabbed it,
Wow.
and he grabbed one, and he just like popped it in his mouth, and he just started crunching on it. He was like, "Go ahead, try it." And I was like, "All right." So
Yum.
I ate it, and it wasn't that bad.
Wow.
Because he had like some kind of seasonings on it, that were like pretty good, and like all you could taste was the seasonings.
Yeah.
And it was just a bit like prickly or whatever, but and then he pulls out what was it? It was a the you know the mealworms, the little, they're like tan and they got like a really hard shell on them.
Yeah.
He had some of those, and he was like, "Here, just take some of these and just pop them all in your mouth at one time." So I did, and they weren't as good. They didn't have any seasonings on them, so they were just kind of fried up and, just tasted like insects.
Yeah.
And then he pulls out this thing of grubs, like the bigger ones. And he goes, "Here, take one of these." And I was like, "Okay." And I thought it was gonna stay consistent with the fried, and I popped it in my mouth and I bit it, and it literally was like a gusher. And and I bit it, and it would just like exploded in my mouth. But I was like, "Oh," and he was like, "It's pretty good." He was like, "It's pretty good, right?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And I mean, it wasn't the taste. The taste wasn't bad. It was just getting over the initial fact that it was like rubber. It was rubbery, and then it was just like liquid, and then there was some like solid matter in it. Oh, but after that, it didn't taste bad. And then what was the other? I was on a, where was I? I don't even remember where I was. I think it was Wisconsin or something.
Oh my God, this has gone down a rabbit hole.
And I was with
stories about Luke.
Oh my God.
I was with it has to do with food, so.
Yeah, continue.
I was with one of my friends. I was with one of my friends, and we were at a Walmart, and we bought boiled pig's feet.
Ew.
And we were like, and I was like, and he told me, he was like, "If you eat one of these, I'll buy the jar." And I was like, "All right," because it was like $10 or something for the jar. So I was like, "All right, just waste $10." And those things are so nasty. I do not recommend boiled pig's feet.
I wouldn't think so.
Really?
Yes.
Pig's feet is pretty great.
Yeah.
In Chinese cuisine.
And not straight out of like a pickle jar. Boiled.
Well, that's an interesting point, though. Is like different type of cultural foods. Where would you guys rank like cultural foods? Like, do you guys have like a favorite type, or like what's your like least favorite types? Anything with that?
Well, I prefer American food.
Okay.
Obviously.
Really?
Aside from
Um,
that, do you have like a rank? Like,
I like not it's not I don't know what it would be. Like Cajun food. I don't know if that's really a culture, but whatever culture Cajun food comes from.
okay.
Like New Orleans and stuff.
Yeah,
if you take Southern food and put it in a country, I'd like that. I'll count that. Oh, I guess it doesn't have to stay. I guess culture. Okay.
Culture, like types of food, like I guess like.
I was thinking like different countries, but it doesn't have to be different countries.
Oh, I mean that it could be that too. Like.
Well, I mean, but I was just focusing on different countries. But Southern food.
Okay, well then let's go countries then.
I don't like I don't like any like Middle East food. It's
Okay.
that stuff is too spicy.
Middle East.
Yeah, like Indian countries. Like Indian food. I don't like Indian food.
Okay. What? How about
Okay.
Mediterranean?
I don't know if I've actually had Mediterranean food.
So like
What would you?
or like whatchamacallit?
Is that
Pita.
like what would Naf Naf fall under?
I think that would
Yeah.
be. I think that'd be Mediterranean. No, I've never had Mediterranean. I don't think I'd like it very much. So I don't want to waste my
Me
time.
me
Wow.
personally, I think just after that experience so far, I'd have to put that at the bottom. I wasn't too big a fan of it.
Your
That was
Any
your
stuff like
sandwich is just loaded with veggies.
any stuff like
well,
curry
it
or
wasn't even like the veggies. Like to me, like the meat was a little drier, and I don't know. It didn't mash well for me at least. You know,
Yeah.
um, I probably won't eat it again. You know, but like I'm not knocking people that like it. Like
yeah,
It's just
it's
not
no,
for you.
to me that's not my go-to.
yeah,
Like I think I really enjoy like Chinese food. Chinese food is fire.
Hmm.
Um, and then like Mexican food, obviously I have to say that, but um,
It's
Mexican
my
food and
culture.
like Italian food, like pasta and stuff like that, you know, like chicken parmesan shit, like, that shit's max. Um,
I like the culture of Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yo.
dude, but when I think about good, like good cultural food, I
Mhm.
can't help but think of Epcot at Disney when we went to that Mexican place, bro. That was the most fire tacos and like beans and rice that I've ever had. Like that
Really?
was, dude, that shit was good.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't really.
Like
Well, I didn't want to. I didn't eat anything
I th-
from.
I think the beans and rice what made it. Like the tacos, they were really good too. I wouldn't say they're the best I ever had, but like the beans and the rice, man, that hit like a different way. Like that shit was fucking delicious.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, like tacos are nice. Or like LB.
yeah. Albi's good.
Mm, Taco Bell had ass.
Talk about
Taco Bell is
that was
disgusting.
pretty good. Like as a normie, like
Okay,
I can I,
okay,
I could
but
be okay.
comparing
Taco
Taco Bell
Bell is
to
anything that's been listed before.
Terrence, just
Uh, Terrence,
Taco
Taco
Bell
Bell
is
is the equivalent to Panda Express to you.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying as a normie, I can roll with it.
you
Yeah,
should have you had
I
LB
don't fucking.
before?
Huh?
Have you had LB before?
Yeah. I know Taco Bell can't compare, but like if I'm eating fast food
Can't even compare on price,
and I'm
Terrence.
what?
Can't even compare on price.
LB's I don't want to crap on them, but like doesn't seem very
What are
clean.
you, racist or something?
Wow.
It's not even race. It's the restaurant and the place where it is.
But you don't
It's
have to.
like in the corner.
It's
But
literally like
but
it's like it's like down the street from Taco
no,
Bell.
I'm not saying it's far. It's inconvenient. I'm saying it's creepy. Like you have the
You just
stores
don't like
next to it.
Mexicans.
Yeah, what is wrong with
No,
you?
I'm not saying
Racist.
the food is
I don't
good.
think we can be friends anymore.
Yeah, all right.
Wow.
This has been the Freecz podcast.
We're kicking Terrence
Terrence
off.
is a racist,
Fired.
confirmed.
I'm saying
He
the
hates
store.
Mexicans.
Wow, stuff words in my mouth.
What do you want? Ice's
Stuff
phone number or
word in your
something?
mouth.
Wow.
Yep, I want to.
Anyways.
The Ice hotline?
Anyways. All right,
Anyways,
let's get Terrence's view since obviously Mexican food is at the bottom of his list. What's at the top of
no,
your list, Terrence?
Mexican food is great. I'm just saying.
Oh, it's the
Well,
people you hate.
yeah.
Okay.
No,
Apparently,
not the
apparently if it's
people.
authentic Mexican food, he hates it.
Terrence,
But
Yeah.
Taco Bell is all right. But LB, not okay.
I hope you like the sound
made by the
of.
white man, Taco Bell is okay. The actual
I can
Mexican,
appreciate
no
that.
good. Oh, Wow.
If LB was run by people that run Taco Bell, I'd probably eat there every day. I'm kidding.
Luke and Terrence confirmed racist.
I
Hello
hope
guys.
Anthony's the
This
only
is
good one.
hello guys. This is Anthony. Today I'm doing a solo podcast.
Today and every day from here on out, I will be doing a solo podcast.
leave me to
I
my
can't
thoughts.
be in these
I'm the only competent
racist
one.
footsteps.
Wow.
I decided to part ways from my racist ex best friends. So I'm just gonna take it over from here. If anybody's interested in filling these spots that have been left, go ahead and hit
All
me
right,
up on
Terrence.
Snapchat or Instagram at babybubba62.
Terrence, let me help you out with your problem real quick. You just gotta call 1-888-351-4024. Okay,
That's suicide hotline.
that's the ICE hotline.
I need suicide.
Oh my
hotline.
That's how you report someone to ICE.
Wow. Anyways,
Get on it.
back on track. Terrence, we'll give you a second chance. What are some of your favorite different cultural foods?
I feel like I should take this chance and just go full races. I'm kidding.
What?
I'm kidding.
Wow.
I prefer.
Wow.
Oh, never mind. I
prefer-
can make a very, very, very bad joke right now.
No, we
No.
won't.
But
Terrence,
I
your
will.
favorite cultural food.
Anyways,
I like my rocks straight from Africa, with a little bit of chocolate milk straight from the source of Africa.
uh-huh.
Your
Terrence, what's your favorite food?
cultural food?
Are we done talking over me?
Shut up, you racist.
I'll put on my white cap right
Unbelievable. We are never allowed to talk about cultural things again if this is what it turns into. Jesus.
Anyways.
Wow.
Food. So me personally, I like more flavorful foods. So any foods that are more bland, I'm just kind of like I won't mind, but I probably won't.
What do you
eat
find
as
is
much.
like bland?
So
Do you
yeah, that's
have
what I'm
an
getting
example?
into.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Sorry. So pretty much like what Luke was against, like Middle Eastern Indian. Like I like curry from there. It's great and spicy. Like I like spicy food as well.
Mm-hmm.
So Indian curry is really good. Um, it's kind of all over the place, really. Like I don't really like American food, but like really like some.
What do you have
like,
against Americans?
Hold on.
Terrence is gonna kill himself.
I really am. Talk over me again.
For me
Wow,
again, see what
continue.
happens. This is turned very fast.
So like variations in American food I enjoy, like Chicago style hot dogs and deep dish is really good.
Mhm.
New York style pizza I can get with. I don't know, Cajun chicken from like Southern America, I guess. Not South
Mhm.
America, but like South USA.
Yeah.
That I can get with that. It's pretty flavorful. Asian food that are flavorful. I like that. But yeah, I'm trying to think of like cultural food that are bland. I can't really think of it unless it's like
Yeah, because the only
crackers.
bland food is the Caucasians.
Like that's all I can really think of. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, I tend to go for more of the flavorful foods, cultural
Okay,
ones.
good. Makes
Alright.
sense. Now we've talked a lot about like eating out and such. I think that's been the bulk of our conversation. Do you guys ever take the time to like cook at home for yourself? Can you cook? Do you like cooking? Like, what about it? Go ahead. Whoever would like to start.
Okay, I guess I'll start because Luke is silent.
Oh, sorry, I had my mic muted. I forgot I was
Oh,
moving stuff around on my desk.
Wow.
Um, I can cook. I just prefer not to.
What type of things can you cook?
I mean, I can cook a lot of things.
Such as?
I don't know. Just name like give me three foods, and I'll tell you if I can cook it or not.
I don't fucking know. What do you cook?
Well, see, the thing is, I don't cook unless
Usually when-
I don't
So
cook.
you don't like cooking. So you don't
No,
like to cook.
I
You
hate,
don't like going out of your way cooking.
I hate cooking. It's such a waste of time, and I don't want to waste my time cooking to eat it in like 2 seconds. I don't see the point of that. So I just either have other people cook for me or I get Uber Eats.
Wow. So what are your opinions on cooking? Do you think you would ever do it later in life?
I mean, later in life, yeah, but now, no, I don't. I don't know. It's just something. I mean, I. It's not that I don't like to cook. I just don't prefer to cook because if I don't have to cook, then I won't. But if I do,
Okay.
then I will.
Is there anything that you like to cook?
Food.
Oh my god. That is
I don't know.
And due to incompetence, Luke has been fired. We have a free spot if you're willing to.
I don't
cook
know.
some
I
stuff.
like to cook like frozen pizzas. I'm okay.
That's not cooking.
Okay,
that's not
okay, I'm actually like a master at cooking frozen pizzas.
huge
That's
honors.
not cooking. You put it in the oven.
No,
You
there's
leave
a
it for
no,
20
there
minutes.
no, there is a certain technique that you have to
Okay,
have to
there's
cooking
things-
frozen pizzas. I can talk
Dude.
about how to cook a frozen pizza properly right now.
No, like those are things like, ooh, I know exactly the amount of time to put popcorn in the microwave for. Ooh, I know how to cook a pizza puff to perfection.
No.
Ooh, I know how to cook a frozen pizza the perfect way. That's not cooking.
If you can't put if you are a numbnut and just throw the frozen pizza in the oven and call it a day, then you don't know how to make frozen pizza. There's a skill and a knowledge that you have to making the
That's
perfect
Not cooking, so
restaurant
go ahead and take us
restaurant
through-
quality.
Take us through your process of quote unquote cooking a frozen pizza.
So you never throw the pizza in while the oven's preheating, obviously.
Wow, congratulations. Thank you for giving us common sense.
So you put well, if you have like leftovers or something, you could just throw the leftovers in the oven while it's preheating to save time. But
why would you have leftover what?
anything leftover that you
Isn't the pizza supposed to be the
No,
main
I'm just
meal
saying
before
in general, if you have something left over from the night before that you had and you're like, I want to heat this up, you could just preheat the oven and throw it in while it's preheating rather than having to wait for it to preheat because that'll take too long.
Proceed.
So you set your oven to a nice 425 and you let that preheat. 450 depending on what kind of pizza you get, depending on the thickness of the crust. If you get a thin crust, you set it to 425. If you get a thick crust or deep dish, you set it to 450. And you let the oven preheat, and then while it's preheating, you take your pizza out of the freezer and let it thaw out. And if you want, you can add a little bit more cheese or some more toppings to it. And then
Terrence, have you heard anything that you know before?
And then
You cut out a bunch of times.
And then when you put the pizza in the oven, you set it. Usually when you look on the box, there's 2 times. There's a minimum time and a maximum time that you cook it for. So what you want to do is you want to put it in the middle rack, because if you put it on the bottom rack, it'll cook too much on the top, and it won't cook enough on the bottom. And if you put it on the top rack, it'll cook too much on the bottom and not on the top. So if you put it in the middle, you get a nice even cook throughout your pizza. And then you always set it to the minimum time rather than just 20 minutes. So if it says 15 to 17 minutes, you put it in for 15 minutes and then you check it. And then you increase the time.
Are you going to tell us anything that that we don't actually know already?
You always increase the time by 2 minutes. You don't go more or less than 2 minutes, and until you get it to that nice golden cheese, is when you take it out. But you only do it 2 minutes.
Yes,
Anthony,
Terrence.
You know what Luke sounds like?
What?
He sounds like a pizza snob, like a pizza connoisseur.
Such a fucking whore.
He's like, and this is frozen pizza, mind you.
This
Dude,
is how you make
yeah.
this is how you make restaurant quality frozen pizza.
No, this is how you make a normal frozen pizza. I haven't heard you throw anything else to add to the.
You basically are modding your pizza.
Yeah,
Not
if
even. He's just putting it in the oven, telling you when to check it and how to get a golden pizza. Just
You really-
common sense. He said you could add more cheese. You put it at the minimum time. You check it every 2 minutes after the minimum time until you get the golden cheese. Thank you. Common sense. You could have literally said that in the 20, if that, seconds that took versus the 10 minutes that you just took. You friggin' piece of horror.
yeah, that's okay though.
What was
I needed to prove that I know how to cook.
That's not cooking.
Fine. Let's make some stir fry then.
That's cooking.
Take
Karen.
Take your frozen vegetables or whatever vegetables you want. If you want fresh vegetables, you cut them up ahead of time. And you want to get them a nice thin cut rather than just cut it up into bricks or however else you cut it. And then you cook your chicken or whatever else meat you want to put in there. And then you throw it in at one time because if you throw it in at one time at the beginning, then you could contaminate your vegetables. But if you cook your meat first and you use a separate pan and a separate utensils to cook the vegetables, and then you put it all in one dish, heat it all up, add some oils, add some spices to that, and then you stir it around, put it on a plate, add some more spices, and then you grab your fork and you shove it down your fucking throat, idiot.
Wow.
Uh,
Wow.
And that is how you make some goddamn stir fry.
Wow. I just wanted a normal night to talk about food. And
Terrence, is there anything that do you like cooking? Is there anything that you're particularly good at cooking?
I have something to add after Terrence says something. That is actually a skill. But Terrence, go ahead.
anyways. I don't know if I can follow up with this, but I'll
That's
try.
right. Can't follow up with anything.
No, I'm gonna follow up with just my own thoughts about cooking. I think cooking is an invaluable skill that everyone should probably learn later because
An invaluable skill.
invaluable meaning like it's valuable, like very valuable.
That is not what invaluable means.
Really
Wouldn't that just be a
Wouldn't that be valuable?
invaluable. Look up invaluable. It means extremely useful.
Okay, go on.
Continuing on.
Did you just tell yourself to continue?
I lost my train of thought because of you.
You said cooking is an invaluable skill.
Yes, because like you can't really expect yourself to eat out every day, right? Because I don't think that's very realistic. And
Can I-
that's
can I
why-
cut you off for a second?
Unless you're like us and make a killer off of a podcast. Make a living off of this.
May
moving
I
on.
cut you off for a second?
Wow.
I would like to admit that I was wrong. My vocabulary isn't as sophisticated as Terrence.
That's
and
fine. It's okay.
invaluable, extremely useful. So I looked it
That's
up.
fine.
He taught me. So thank you, Terrence. Proceed.
I don't care enough to give an apology. Go ahead.
Anyways, so I can't really say that I have progressed far in cooking yet, but like I learned most of the simple stuff like cutting, boiling, frying, steaming my rice.
Oh my.
um so I can't really say like I know like a particular dish, but like I know how to do like the simple stuff like boiling vegetables or like cutting meat up or
Yeah.
doing a little bit of uh what do you do to prepare meat before you actually cook it?
Marinate
Yeah.
it.
Marinating meat.
Mm-hmm.
Um I mean, yeah, that's really it. Like I know how to like fry meat and like put in flour and fry it and it's crispy. Ooh.
Yeah.
Um But yeah, that's my take in cooking so far. I'm going to learn more
Okay, okay.
than past frozen pizzas.
All right. What do you want to hear? What do you want to hear? You want to hear the meal or the dessert? I got two.
Wait, how far along are we in this podcast?
That's irrelevant.
Oh my god.
I hope you
The
want to pay more
dessert.
for 2 hours.
Give me
Let's
the
let's
give me give me give me give me the dessert or the food.
let's
Which
hear
one?
the drop. Or let's hear the dessert.
Okay. So, and this is straight off the top of my noggin, based off of what I've learned throughout my years. And this is a very special cooking. This is Dutch oven
Say some
cooking.
dumb shit. I fucking dare you.
This is Dutch oven cooking. Uh, so what you want to do is before you even start cooking, you get a nice little metal chimney. That's what it's called, and you put your it's not coal, charcoal. You put your charcoal bricks in it, and you let those. You get a nice flame at the bottom of your charcoal bricks, in the chimney, and you let those bricks cook up a little bit, and then while those are cooking in the chimney, you take your Dutch oven. Terrence, you know what a Dutch oven is?
No.
It's it's like a really big pot, but it's made out of iron. And it's used for like slow cooking, and stuff. It's kind of like a natural older crock pot. So you put all your ingredients. Let's say you're making. Let's see. What did we make last? It's apple crumb cake. That's what it was. So you have to get cake mix, sliced apples in like a little jar, cinnamon and sugar, and that's it. And you mix all those things together, and you put it in this Dutch oven. But before you put it in the Dutch oven, you have to make sure that you oil it. You put vegetable oil or some kind of all natural oil on the inside of it, just to make sure that it doesn't stick to the pot when you're cooking it. um, uh, and then when your charcoal briquettes are done cooking, you know they're done when they're white or orange. If they're orange, that means that they're hot. If they're white, that means that they're cooked. And you want to put 15 bricks on the bottom of the Dutch oven and 30 on top. That way it cooks a little bit on the bottom, but it gets a nice crust on the top. And then you let that cook for about 30 minutes, and then you open up your Dutch oven, and then you got apple crumb cake. That's how you make apple crumb cake in the Dutch oven, bitch.
I almost feel like you looked that up, but
I didn't. That is called being in Scouts for 11 years.
Usually, whenever you say off the dome piece, you use Google.
Okay, I didn't this time because
So-
I actually do that because
Okay, I believe you. I give you props on that one. That's way better than frozen pizza.
yeah.
Very much so. Enjoy cooking. I don't do it as much as I would like to, but that's because I feel like I'm crowded in my kitchen. I don't like it. It frustrates me. So I need to wait till I'm lonely to cook.
Oh,
When I'm living by myself with my dogs and thoughts. Wow.
interesting.
um, but I like to cook like burgers and like breakfast foods, breakfast snacks like eggs, bacon, uh, pancake, the whole shizazz as waz.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and then for lunch, you just gotta throw some things together, man. I like to experiment with like different types of sandwiches, throw them in the oven, act like I'm Subway for a little bit.
You're so hey.
But yeah, it's just all about experimentation for now, and then um, finding out what's good and then what's not, and then if something's bad, then I'll just probably kill myself because that means that I'm useless.
Oh,
But yeah, cooking's fun. I enjoy it.
interesting.
But I think much like Luke's frozen pizza, I think it's time to take this podcast out of the oven. I think that's a wrap, guys.
I enjoy
Is there any
wraps. Wraps are good. Ooh. One last thing.
My God.
A really good healthy snack. This is quick. A really good healthy snack is you take some ham, some sliced ham, some cheese, whatever cheese you like, and pickle slices. And you put the ham first, and then you put the slice of cheese on top of the ham, and then you put the pickle on like in the middle, and then you roll it up into like a wrap, and then it's kind of like having a wrap without the tortilla, and it's really it's a good healthy snack. It's probably the healthiest thing I've eaten in a long time.
Well, thank you for sharing that. Be sure to follow our Pinterest for more recipes and ideas.
No,
That's a joke. We don't have one. We're not white enough. Well, might be, but anyways.
Oh my God.
I am.
Um,
Yeah.
thank you guys for listening today. We appreciate it, and like always, go give the Instagram a follow.
Yeah, and
And be sure to come back next
share
week.
this to with everyone that you know, please.
Yeah, let some
We
people
need
know about it.
we need help.
Spread it out.
We need clout.
we
We need clout.
we need listens. Please help
Um,
us.
expect the next episode to be different, mostly because I will be doing it alone, due to the fact that Luke
Wow.
and Terrence have been fired due to some of their
Due to
questionable comments.
racial outbursts.
Please shut up. I'm doing the outro here.
I'll put the N word on our
Yeah.
Twitter.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyways,
Christ.
thank you.
Wow.
That's how you're gonna leave them.
Bye bye.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Chadio-
All right. Good night, everyone.
Chadios, my children. Thank you guys for coming.
Please end the recording.
I will see you guys next week.
I will too.
Yeah. No, you're fucking fired.
Too bad. I'm never fired.
And then now.
Ended now. I'll end you now.
Wow.
Chadios, my children.
Oh, yeah, it ended a while ago.